Hello and welcome to Cinemania. My name is Ellis Charles Hoffmeister, and I video myself talking about film because that seems like a normal thing that people do. Over the last 2 weeks, I've watched a whole pile of things, and I had my whole thought process that I was going to have about these other films that I watched, which I will do at a later time, which were wild. But today I'm going to talk about two films that I watched that are horror-themed-ish. One is Scared Stiff, the Dean Martin and... oh God, what is his name? Jerry Lewis film. Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis film, which I had never seen one of their films in totality, I believe, if that's the way you say it. And then I also watched Talk to Me, A24's new Australian horror film. Talk to Me is very much a film where if you are a horror enthusiast and you love going to films in the theater, you should definitely go see it. It has one of my favorite openings that I've seen in a long time. And it is one of those films that even if you've seen the trailer and are kind of know what is going on with it. It is mid-afternoon. I'm a little bit tired. I don't know why. Basically, you should go see it. You should go see it if you like horror films and if you've seen Barbie and Oppenheimer and you're looking for your next horror adventure in the cinema. But it's really fun. It's really interesting. It is the debut feature from the... oh God, those guys who did that YouTube channel, I feel like they're French, but maybe that's not right. The lead actress in the film is incredible. And also it has Miranda Otto in it, which was a really fun little kind of, oh, hello, what are you doing here? And she was great. She plays one of the great kind of sassy screen moms, is how I'm going to refer to it, because she's like, what are you guys, smoking? What are you guys? She's like, oh, are you going to get her... don't get her pregnant. Like, it's just a hoot, and then it's not. But it has it's a horror film. It's a stabby, scary horror film. The plot of it is essentially that these kids in Australia play this game involving this hand, where they light a candle and say, talk to me, and then summon something in, and then things start to go awry. And they're doing it as a game, and then it turns very, very serious. And it has one of the, without saying any spoilers, freaky endings. Sorry, kind of a spoiler, but the ending is very scary. And it is scary, it is funny, it is disturbing. It's really great. It's a really exciting horror film, and it's only like, I think, 94 minutes. So, it's nice and tight. And then I also watched Scared Stiff. Was it Scared Stiff? Might have been Scared Silly. I think it's Scared Stiff. It's Scared Stiff, which is based on a play called The Ghost Keeper or something, a play that I've never heard of, which is interesting. But it's a, Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis film. I was listening to Elvira's book, and she talked about, at one point, seeing those films, like Cinderella, which I still have never seen, and I'd never seen one of these films, and so I was like, I kind of want to see it. It either was Carmen Miranda's last film or it was one of her last films because I believe she died 2 years later. Dorothy Malone is in it, which I always forget, or I don't forget, but while I was watching it, I was like, Dorothy Malone. Is Dorothy Malone, and she's in some Douglas Sirk film, I think it's Written on the Wind. But what I know her as is, hello, shooter, the kind of funny old lady Hazel, who I think killed her husband in Basic Instinct, who Sharon Stone goes and gets counsel from or is best friends with. So that was kind of how I always knew her. But yeah, it is one of those films where like the description of what it is only occurs in like the last, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, where it's actually like a haunted house kind of picture at an island off of Cuba. But the whole first half of it, it's fun, it's silly. I don't know, I'd never seen a Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis film before, so that was interesting. Yeah. Anyway, have a great week.